Welcome into Patriot Baseball as Francis Marion University takes on Chowan University in non-conference action this afternoon. Patriots victorious over the Hawks last night, 9-2. Lineup for Chowan University today. Batting first at third base, Tyler Jones. Batting second in left field, Noah Evington. Batting third and catching, Jared Fry. In the cleanup spot at first base, Joe Nelms. Batting fifth at second base, Dallas Trevena. Batting sixth, the DH, Jeffrey Heiner. Batting seventh in right field, Noah Cartwright. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Preston Meyer. And batting ninth in center field, Justin Winslow. On the mound for the Hawks today, sophomore left-hander Slade Cowan. Chowan comes in with a record of 6-15. Your Patriots are 11-9, and winners of 4 in a row. Patriots will send junior righty Reese Kleinhelter to the mound today. Patriots in their Sunday reds and their white trousers. Chowan blue tops with white numerals in the gray slacks. This time we will pause for the playing of our national anthem. And what a beautiful day to play baseball. Game time temperature 74 degrees, partly cloudy skies, winds out of the west at 10 miles per hour. You couldn't script a better day to play baseball. Starting lineup for your Patriots, batting first, the DH, Brett Kemp. Batting second in left field, Tanner Wakefield. Batting third at second base, Tyler Mangum. In the cleanup spot at first base, Lenio Gonzalez. Batting fifth at third base, Todd Maddox. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Grayson Cottingham. Batting seventh in right field, Will Hardy. Batting eighth in center field, Bill Hanna. And batting ninth, the catcher, Dalton Dabbs. On the mound for the Patriots, junior right-hander Reese Kleinhelter. Kleinhelter, 5'10", 165-pound junior out of Jasper, Indiana, a graduate of Jasper High School. He spent 2 seasons at the University of Southern Indiana before transferring to Francis Marion this past summer. This will be his 4th appearance, his 2nd start, an 0-1 record, an ERA of 7.20. He has thrown 10 innings and allowed 9 hits, 8 runs all earned, with 9 strikeouts and 4 walks. Opponents are batting .237 against him. Bradley Moffitt is the umpire behind home plate today. Bill Benson handling the duties on the base paths. Your Patriot defense: in left field, Wakefield; in center, Hanna; and in right field, Will Hardy. Around the horn at third base is Maddox. Shortstop is Cottingham. Second base is Mangum. First base is Gonzalez. Dalton Dabbs behind the plate. And Reese Kleinhelter on the mound. Francis Marion leads the all-time series 13-1, including last night's 9-2 victory. 4 Patriots had multiple hits last night as Brett Kemp, Tanner Wakefield, Lenio Gonzalez, and Grayson Cottingham all had a pair of hits apiece, with Kemp, Wakefield, and Cottingham also driving in a pair of runs each. Relief pitching was key to last night's win as Austin Moody and Chad Wallen combined for 7 innings of scoreless relief, where they allowed only 2 base hits. Leading off for Chowan, junior third baseman Tyler Jones. Jones batting .209, 14 runs scored, 1 homer, 5 RBIs, and a .376 on base percentage. Jones was 0 for 4 in last night's contest. First pitch comes in at 1:58 p.m. And Kleinhelter is quickly ahead of Jones, no balls and 2 strikes. Jones, a 6'1" junior from Ahoskoge, North Carolina, and a graduate of Lawrence Academy. Swing and a miss by Jones, and Kleinhelter has his first strikeout of the afternoon. Batting second for Chowan, sophomore left fielder Noah Evington, batting .235, 4 runs scored, a double, 2 RBIs, .316 on base percentage. Evington did not play in last night's contest, and he grounds to Gonzalez at first, who will toss to Kleinhelter for the second out. Jared Fry due up next, the senior catcher, batting .236, 13 runs scored, 3 doubles, 4 homers, 12 RBIs, .364 on base percentage. Fry also did not appear in last night's contest. Chowan University out of Murfreesboro, North Carolina, up by the Virginia border. They are a member of the Conference Carolinas. And again, Kleinhelter ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. This is it for Patriot Athletic action today. Baseball team, the only squad in action here on this sunny Wednesday. Outside corner, called strike 3. Kleinhelter, a great start this afternoon. Hawks 3 up, 3 down. We played half an inning, no score between Francis Marion and Chowan. You're watching the Patriot Sports Network.
It's game time.
Dude, that was Luke Kuechly.
It's game time. It's game time. It's game time.
Thanks, Luke Kuechly.
It's game time.
I know, Luke. It's game time. Now help me with these groceries.
It's game time.
First-generation students comprise about 35% of the student body at Francis Marion University. They're a vulnerable group financially, but one that offers great promise for the state's future. We can't afford to let these students down. That's why FMU is launching the First Generation Fund. Resources raised will support these students' dreams and aspirations. It's their time and it's FMU's obligation. Won't you join us?
Back for the bottom of the first inning here in Florence. Due up for your Patriots, Kemp, Wakefield, and Mangum. On the mound for the Hawks, Sophomore lefty Slade Chowan, 5'10 sophomore, also out of Muskogee, North Carolina, and Lawrence Academy, same as Tyler Jones. Chowan making his 4th appearance of the year. The previous 3 have been in relief. He's 0-1, an ERA of 12.15. He's thrown 6 2/3 innings, allowed 11 hits, 9 runs, all earned, with 3 strikeouts and 1 walk. The Hawks defense behind him, Jones at third, Meyer at short, Trevena at second, Nelms at first, Fry behind the plate, Chowan on the mound, and the outfield in left, Evington, in center, Winslow, and in right, Noah Cartwright. A nice video interview done by Chelsea Gregley on the Patriot softball team appears on the FMU website. Patriots received votes for this week's softball top 25 poll in Division II. First time that has happened since 2013. Patriots off to their best start since 2003 with a 24-3 record. And they will play at number 3 North Georgia on Saturday at 1 o'clock and at number 6 Young Harris on Sunday at noon as the Patriots open up Peach Belt Conference play. So if you want to watch that interview, go to FMUPatriots.com. Chelsea also handling the live stats today. This is Michael Hawkins, the Associate Athletic Director for Communication Services at Francis Marion. Caleb Reeves directing the broadcast and the media center crew today with some help from Larissa and possibly others before the day ends. High fly ball to right field. Cartwright comes in and over and drops the ball. And so Kemp will reach on a 2-base error by the right fielder. Cartwright had that one tracked, and then it just hit off his glove. So Kemp, the runner at second for Tanner Wakefield, as the wind is wreaking havoc with all my papers here in the press box. Wakefield, a couple of hits, a couple of RBIs last night. Here possibly in a sacrifice situation to get that runner over to third in less than 2 outs. Squares to bunt, a good bunt down the third base line. They're going to have trouble with this one, and that'll go for a base hit. So a single by Wakefield, a bunt single by Wakefield to third base. And the Patriots have runners on the corners now with nobody out, and Tyler Mangum coming to the plate. Mangum batting .294, 6 runs scored, 4 doubles, 6 RBIs, and a .442 on base percentage. Wakefield could not have rolled the ball out there any better than that bunt. Third baseman Jones' only hope was to barehand it, and even that, if he'd come up with it cleanly, not sure that he would have gotten Wakefield at first. High, long foul ball by Mangum over near the ticket booth here at the Griffin Athletic Complex. Everybody's on the road this weekend. No home events for Francis Marion Sports. Baseball team will play a 3-game set at Lander, Friday at 6, Saturday at 2, and Sunday at 1. As we mentioned, the softball team at North Georgia on Saturday at 1 o'clock and at Young Harris at noon on Sunday. Line drive into left field. That's a base hit for Mangum. Kemp will score. Wakefield rounding second and going into third. And Mangum will get a double. So Mangum doubles home Kemp with the game's first run. RBI number 7 for Mangum. Wakefield now to third. And that'll bring up Lenio Gonzalez, the first baseman, batting .345, which leads the team. 11 runs scored, 4 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, and 12 RBIs. A .500 on base percentage. The switch hitter Gonzalez will bat from the right side against the lefty Chowan. With the breeze out of the west, that means the wind is blowing out to left. So any ball hit that way might get a little extra help. And certainly with the warmer weather, the ball's going to fly just a little bit further today as well. So 1-0 Patriots lead here in the bottom of the first inning. Runners on second and third, nobody out. Lenio Gonzalez at the plate. Todd Maddox, the third baseman, in the on-deck circle. That one is grounded back up the middle, cut off by Meyer at the bag. Throws Gonzalez out, but Wakefield scores on the play, and the Patriots lead 2-0. So an RBI ground out by Gonzalez. Leaves 1 out. And Mangum now the runner at third for Todd Maddox. Maddox, the Patriot RBI leader with 19, is batting .343. 9 runs scored, 6 doubles, 2 triples, and a homer. A .384 on base percentage. That one is hit into left center field, base hit. Mangum will score. And Maddox has an RBI single. And that is RBI number 20 for the junior third baseman. And the Patriots now lead 3-0. So Grayson Cottingham will come to the plate next. The senior shortstop batting .235, 13 runs scored, 5 doubles, 2 homers, 10 RBIs. .295 on base percentage. Grounds this one to third. Jones with the play to second for 1, and that's all they'll get. Patriots swinging early and often in the count against Slade Chowan this afternoon. Will Hardy will stand in next, batting .227, 12 runs scored, a triple, a homer, 5 RBIs, and a .386 on base percentage. He does have a hole to hit through on the right side as Nelms, the first baseman, is holding Cottingham on. Two and one count now to Hardy, the Florence resident. RBI double by Mangum, RBI ground out by Gonzalez, and RBI single by Todd Maddox have staked the Patriots to an early 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. That one's grounded back up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Cottingham rounds the bag, but thinks better of it and scampers back to second. That will bring junior center fielder Bill Hanna to the plate. So already in this inning, Todd Maddox has extended his hitting streak to 8 games. And Tanner Wakefield, his hitting streak to 7 games. Hanna's batting .250 on the year, 11 runs scored, 2 doubles, 5 RBIs, and a .297 on-base percentage. Dalton Dabbs, the number 9 hitter and the Patriot catcher, is in the on-deck circle if the inning continues. That's hit in the air to left field. Evington going back near the track and makes the catch at the edge of the track for the 3rd out. But your Patriots plate 3 runs, a good start for FMU this afternoon. We played 1 inning, Francis Marion 3, Chowan nothing. You're watching the Patriots Sports Network. So Reese Kleinhelter staked to an early 3-0 lead as Chowan comes to the plate here in the top of the 2nd. Joe Nelms, the first baseman, Dallas Trevena, the second baseman, and Jeffrey Heyer, the DH, are the 3 scheduled batters for the Hawks. Nelms, a junior, is batting 100 on the season. 3 runs scored, a triple, a homer, 2 RBIs, and a 129 on-base percentage. Nelms is a 6'3" junior out of Malabar, Florida. Transferred to Chowan from Brevard College. Kleinhelter dispatched the Hawks on only 9 pitches in the first inning. Quickly ahead in the count, no balls, 2 strikes to Nelms. Swing and a miss. Dabbs will have to throw down to first as the ball was in the dirt. He does to complete the strikeout. Strikeout number 3 for Kleinhelter. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Dallas Trevena. Trevena, sophomore, is batting .207, 4 runs scored, a couple of doubles, no RBIs, and a .324 on-base percentage. Trevena, 5'10", out of South Mills, North Carolina, and Camden County High School. Pops that one foul over by the Patriot dugout, but no one can get to it. That one grounded, but foul outside of third base, as Maddox takes a tumble and fielding it in foul territory. That one is lined to right field, but right at Will Hardy, who makes a catch for out number 2. That'll bring up the DH, Jeffrey Heyer. Heyer batting .222, a couple of runs scored, no homers, 2 RBIs, an on-base percentage of .417. Heyer DH'd in last night's game and went 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Heiner, 6'1", junior out of Land of Lakes, Florida. Transferred to Chowan from Oglethorpe University in Atlanta. And again, Kleinhelter ahead in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swung on a miss, and a second straight 1-2-3 inning with a couple of strikeouts for Kleinhelter. We head to the bottom of the second. Francis Marion 3, Chowan nothing. This is the Patriots Sports Network. Dalton Dabbs, Patriot catcher, leading off the bottom of the second for FMU. Dabbs, the only Patriot who did not get an at-bat there in the first inning. Dabbs batting .087 on the year, 6 runs scored, no homers, 2 RBIs, and a .353 on-base percentage. Dabbs was 0 for 2 last night, but scored a couple runs and drove in one. Dabbs, 5'11", 170 pounds, out of Sumter, South Carolina. Graduate of Wilson Hall Academy, majoring in business. And he is down on strikes for the first out. Top of the order, back up now, Brett Kemp. Kemp reached on an error by the right fielder, dropped fly ball down the right field line. In the first inning, eventually came around to score on a RBI double by Tyler Mangum. Chowan finds the strike zone. The count now full to the Patriot DH. Inside corner, called strike 3. So Chowan has retired the first 2 Patriots here in the second on strikeouts. That'll bring up Tanner Wakefield. Wakefield singled in the first, came around to score, extending his hitting streak to 7 games. That one's grounded to Meyer at short. Throw across, and the Patriots go 1-2-3 in the second inning. We played 2 full innings. Francis Marion 3, Chowan nothing. You're watching the Patriot Sports Network. Back for the top of the third, due up Noah Cartwright, Preston Meyer, and Justin Winslow for Chowan. Today is the 62nd anniversary of the Mars Bluff atomic bomb incident that happened just across the street from the Griffin Athletic Complex. There's one of those historical markers there next to Highways 301 and 76. 1958, Air Force plane flew over, and the atomic bomb accidentally fell out of the plane. Landed. Fortunately, the only thing that was active and detonated was the TNT. It blew a crater that is still there to this day, a little pond. Did cause a couple of injuries and some damage to a farmhouse that was in that area at that time. The 0-2 from Kleinhelter. Called strike 3, and Cartwright's down on strike. Strikeout number 5 for the junior righty. Possibly the most humorous part of the story is that when the Air Force realized that the bomb had fallen out of the plane, and you're talking 1958, they tried to raise somebody on the telephone at the Florence airport to make sure that everyone was okay. And fortunately, the one guy that was manning the phone that day happened to wander outside when the call came, and so they could not get anybody. And the folks with the Air Force, I think it was down in Savannah, where the plane was based, were afraid that Florence had been blown off the map. And finally, they were able to contact someone and find out that, yes, the town was still here. There had been some damage, but anyway, it's 1958. And like I said, markers right across the highway from the entrance here to the Griffin Athletic Complex. Preston Meyer, the shortstop, batting .200, appeared in last night's game. No homers, 1 RBI, and a 200 on base percentage. Today's also the anniversary of Josh Turner, country music singer's first #1 hit. Josh Turner from just down the street in Pamplico. Attended Francis Marion for 2 years before transferring to Belmont University in Nashville. That one's hitting the air to center field. Hannah in. Makes the catch for out number 2. 8 up and 8 down for the Hawks so far today against Francis Marion's right-hander Reese Kleinhelter. Justin Winslow, center fielder, will stand in now. Winslow, a sophomore, batting 156. 6 runs scored, a couple of doubles, 3 RBIs, and a 200 on base percentage. Winslow, 6'1", out of Elizabeth City, North Carolina, and Northeastern High School. And again, Kleinhelter quickly ahead, has only thrown 31 pitches to this point and has missed on only 6 of those 31. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Again, Dabbs will have to throw down to first to complete the strikeout, which he does. But Kleinhelter sets the Hawks down again in order. He now has 6 strikeouts through 3 innings. We head to the bottom of the third. Francis Marion 3, Chowan nothing. You're watching the Patriot Sports Network. Tyler Mangum leading off the Patriot third inning. Mangum RBI double in the first inning. Slade Cowan recovered in that second frame after allowing 3 in the first to set the Patriots down in order, 1, 2, 3. Lenio Gonzalez will be second, followed by Todd Maddox. And that one's lined through the left side and into left field for a base hit. So Mangum, 2 for 2. Lenio Gonzalez will be next. Gonzalez, a RBI ground out to the shortstop back in the first inning. RBI number 13 for the Sumter native. That's second highest total on the squad. In the dirt, but a good block by Fry to keep the ball in front and hold Mangum at first. Gonzalez splits as a switch hitter as he lines that one back up the middle, right over the second base bag and into center field for a base hit. Mangum stops at second. I was going to say Gonzalez's splits as a switch hitter this year, batting .435 from the right side and .281 from the left side. Todd Maddox will be next. RBI single back in the first inning, extended his hitting streak to 8 games. Also upped his team-leading RBI total to 20. And he looks to bunt, to sacrifice and move the runners up, but fouls it back to the screen. He does have one sacrifice bunt this season. Mangum, the runner, at second. Gonzalez at first. Patriots now up to 6 hits. Foul, grounded down the third base line. Again, Maddox fouls it off, keeping the Chowan bench active, chasing those foul balls down that third base left field line. Grayson Cottingham occupies the on-deck circle. That one's hit pretty well to left field. Evington going back. He won't even get to the track or the wall. He watches it sail way over the fence. 3-run home run for Todd Maddox, and the Patriots now lead 6-0. Home run number 2 of the season, and RBIs 21, 22, 23 for the third baseman from Winsboro, South Carolina. Tail of the tape has that one at 371 feet to left field. Grayson Cottingham stands in next. 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice grounder. And that last blast will facilitate some action in the Hawks bullpen. That one's grounded to third. Jones fields and throws across the diamond for the first out. Will Hardy, the right fielder, stands in. Hardy singled back up the middle in the first inning. He's 1 for 1. Hit in the air left center field. Evington with a late jump on it, but gets there in time. So Bill Hanna will now come to the plate. Hanna 0 for 1, flew out to left field. Bats with 2 outs and the base is empty here in the bottom of the third. Hanna, one of the more speedy Patriots. Looked like he might offer up a bunt that time. He had a perfect push bunt for a base hit last night as he pushed it past the mound. Made the second baseman field it, and by the time that was done, Hanna was already standing on first. Hanna has raised his average lately up to now 250. That one's lined down the left field line. That'll be extra bases. It'll get all the way to the wall. Hanna rounding first. And will hold at second with a 2-out double. Dalton Dabbs, the catcher, will get his second trip to the plate. Strikeout victim back in the second inning. One pitch to Dabbs from Chowan. Bill Hanna, the runner at second with 2 outs. Count is now 2-2 with 2 outs and the number 2 at the plate. Three-two pitch to Dabbs. Again, hit foul. Brett Kemp would be next if the inning continues. Hanna breaking for third that time. Ball's fouled off, and he'll return to second. Hannah leads the Patriots in stolen bases, 5 out of 7 in that category. Again, Hannah running. Ball's hit the left field. Evington broke back, now coming in, dives, cannot make the catch. And Dabbs has an RBI single with 2 outs here in the 3rd inning. Hannah scored easily as he was running on the pitch, and the Patriots now lead 7-0. So Brett Kemp comes to the plate for the 3rd time already. 0 for 2, reached on an air and came around to score a run and struck out. Snap throw down to first, but Dabbs is back safely with the head first dive. RBI number 3 for Dalton here in the 2020 campaign. That one almost takes out first base coach Will Thompson. Art Nabbit, the head coach of the Patriots, down the third base line. 2 other Patriot assistants are Kyle Gallman and Trey Chapman. The Chowan coaching staff led by Taylor Furlow, head coach, and assistants Brian Hill and Bob Horton. After today, the next home baseball game for the Patriots, March 20th, 21st, and 22nd, a 3-game series against Augusta University. That's Friday at 6, Saturday at 2, and Sunday at 1. Again, that's March 20th, 21st, and 22nd, next home games for your Patriots. That one is lined just inside the bag, down the right field line. That'll be extra bases for Kemp. Dabbs going to score all the way from first, and Kemp laboring into third with a triple. Triple number 1 of the season for Kemp. RBI number 5. That extends his streak of safely reaching base to 13 games. And that'll bring a visit from the Chowan staff and a pitching change. Always helps when I turn the microphone back up. Robert Burns is the new pitcher for Chowan, 6'3" senior right-hander out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, transfer from North Carolina Wesleyan. Burns appearing in his 8th game, all in relief, a 1-0 record, ERA of 10.57, 7 2/3 innings thrown, 11 hits allowed, 14 runs, 9 earned, 2 strikeouts and 6 walks. And now I'm on a quest to find out which high school that Mr. Burns went to down at the Grand Strand. First batter that Burns will face will be left fielder Tanner Wakefield, the 9th Patriot to bat this inning. Wakefield 1 for 2, a single and a ground out. Nice backhanded stop by Fry that time, saves a run. Kemp, the runner at third, with 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd. That one is hit to third. Jones up with it. Throws across to retire Wakefield. But the Patriots pick up 5 runs, highlighted by a 3-run homer by Todd Maddox. We played 3 complete. Your Patriots 8, Chowan nothing. This is the Patriot Sports Network.
When the South Carolina legislature increased funding for higher education this year, they asked colleges to commit to freezing tuition. Our university followed through. Francis Marion University's tuition will remain at last year's levels. That's what FMU promised legislators, and it's the right thing for South Carolina families. We've already been recognized as one of the 50 most affordable universities in America. Maybe it's because we know how to keep our promises.
As you go through life, you'll find that nothing better identifies educated people than the care with which they speak and the precision with which they write. Please remember that.
The lessons of a lifetime are best learned at a place like this. Come join us. Francis Marion University.
Top of 4. Back to the top of the order for Chowan, Tyler Jones, Noah Evington, and Jared Fry. Jones a strikeout victim to lead off the game. Kleinhelter with 2 strikeouts in each of the first 3 innings, so he's got 6. And Robert Burns, the pitcher who was just taken over for Chowan, hails from North Myrtle Beach High School. He's a former chief. Kleinhelter again ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Again, the righty, 34 pitches, and only 6 of them have missed today. That's about as good as you can get. Two and two count now on Jones, the Hawks' third baseman. Special props to Ryan Galicio of Chowan. He's a reserve left-handed pitcher out of Duck, North Carolina. He has chased down more foul balls down that left field line than anybody already today. He's probably been out there 8 to 10 times as both teams have been wearing out the foul area there in front of the Chowan bullpen. Three-two from Kleinhelter. Swing and a miss, and Jones is down on strikes to open the fourth. Noah Evington, left fielder, up next, 0 for 1, grounded to first base. Evington, 6-foot sophomore out of Maxton, North Carolina, and a graduate of Purnell Sweat High School. And he lines that one through the left side into left field for the first hit of the game for the Hawks. So a great start by Kleinhelter. He retired the first 10 that he faced before Evington breaks up the perfect game and no-hitter with a single through the left side. Jared Fry will stand in next. The Hawks catcher, 0 for 1, was a strikeout victim in the first inning. Pops that one up. Foul territory over by the Hawks dugout. Dabbs gives it a look, but it's back on top of the dugout. Kleinhelter looking for his first win as a collegiate. He was 0-1 in 19 career relief appearances for Southern Indiana. And 0-1 in his brief stint here as a Patriot. This is the first time he's had to pitch from the stretch today. Hitting the air down the left field line in foul territory. Maddox giving chase, and that's going to be out of play. Count now even to the Hawks catcher. Wakefield playing very shallow in left. Hannah shading over toward the left there in center. Misses inside, and the count now full to Jared Fry. That one misses outside. It's the first walk of the game for Kleinhelter, and that puts runners at first and second now with one out. We'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Joe Nelms, first baseman. Nelms struck out in the second inning. Patriots 8 runs on 10 hits and no errors. Hawks no runs on 1 hit with 1 error. .330 down the lines here at Sparrow Stadium. 375 to the power alleys. 400 to straightaway center field. And as always, about 685 to the Baptist Student Union building beyond the right center field wall. Swing and a miss, and Nelms is down on strikes for out number 2. That continues Kleinhelter's record of at least 2 strikeouts into every inning. That's 8 now on the game. Dallas Chavena, the second baseman, at the plate. Lined out to right field back in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. And Kleinhelter quickly ahead. No balls, 2 strikes. In the dirt, good stop by Dabbs. And they nearly picked the runner Fry off first base. Ball was in the dirt. Fry broke for second, although the runner at second didn't break for third. So he quickly had to get back and just beat the snap throw from Dalton Dabbs to Gonzalez there at the bag. Noah Evington, the runner at second. Jared Fry, the runner at first, here with 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. And Dallas Trevena, the batter at the plate. 2-2 count. Pitch up coming from Reese Kleinhelter. Swing and a miss, and Kleinhelter strikes out the side. The Hawks do get their first base runners on a single and then a walk. But we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Francis Marion 8, Chowan nothing. This is the Patriot Sports Network.
50 years ago, Francis Marion University began with the simple idea of providing regional access to college education. My, how things have changed. Today, FMU offers quality programs in the arts, sciences, business, education, and the humanities. And we've added dynamic new professional programs in healthcare and engineering. It's far more than our founders envisioned, but far less than what we have planned. Francis Marion University. We are just getting started.
Back for the bottom of the 4th inning. Final line on the Chowan starting pitcher, Slade Cowan. 2 2/3 innings pitched, 10 hits, 8 runs allowed, 7 of those earned, 2 strikeouts, no walks, and he threw 68 pitches. Batting for your Patriots here in the 4th, Mangum, Gonzalez, and Maddox. And that one hits Tyler Mangum. The Patriots have a leadoff base runner. First Patriot to be hit today. Had a couple of HBPs in last night's contest. So Lenio Gonzalez will bat. RBI ground out in the first, and a single and a run scored in the third. He's 1 for 2. Against the righty Burns, Gonzalez turns around to bat from the left side, and will have a big hole to hit through as first baseman's holding the runner on. However, he hits it to the opposite field, left center field. That'll roll all the way to the wall. Mangum will be waved home from third, and Gonzalez into second with an RBI double. So RBI number 14 on the season for Gonzalez. And that'll bring up Todd Maddox. Maddox already an RBI single in the first and a 3-run homer in the third. 2 for 2 with 4 RBIs. He has been on a hot streak as of late. 1 for 3 with an RBI in last night's game. Had a big series against Claflin this past weekend, batting over 500 with 6 RBIs in 3 games. And as we mentioned, he's extended his hitting streak now to 8 games. And Maddox is hit by a pitch. And so the Patriots now have runners first and second with nobody out. I'll bring up Grayson Cottingham. Cottingham 0 for 2. Fielder's choice grounder and a ground out to third. He looks to bunt, takes it on the outside corner, although he didn't agree with the call from home plate umpire Bradley Moffitt. Patriots now up to 11 hits, looking to reach double-figure runs for the 6th time in 2020. That one's grounded back to Burns on the mound. He throws to second for 1 to force out. Shortstop taking the throw in front of the second baseman. So they are Patriots on the corners now with 1 out for Will Hardy, the right fielder. Hardy 1 for 2, a single and a fly out. Cottingham, the runner at first, 1 for 3 in stolen base attempts this season. Inside, gets away from Fry, and Gonzalez will score as Burns cannot handle the toss back. So wild pitch allows Gonzalez to score and Cottingham to go down to second. And the Patriots now lead 10-0. Again, the ball's in the dirt, gets away from the catcher Fry, and Cottingham now scampers to third. So back-to-back wild pitches have plated a run and moved Cottingham all the way around to third. Will Hardy now has a 3-1 count. Will Thompson with the Olay defense there in the first base coach's box. And that's ball 4, and Hardy will trot down to first base with a 1-out walk. Former Patriot athletic director and head baseball coach Gerald Griffin in the house today, sitting behind home plate. So Bill Hanna stands in. Hanna 1 for 2, a double and a run scored and a fly out. Cottingham, the runner at third, and Hardy now the runner at first. That one's hit down the left field line. That's going to get down again. Going to be extra bases. Nope. With the throw coming into third, Hardy has forced to hold at second, so just an RBI single for Hannah. He had thoughts of extra bases, but with the runner ahead of him, had to hold up. Cottingham scores the Patriots' 11th run, and that will bring Dalton Dabbs to the plate. No action in the Chowan bullpen at this point, as Burns may be asked to take one for the team here. And that one hits Dabbs, and the bases are now loaded. That'll bring a visit from the Chowan coaching staff to the mound. Bases are now loaded with Patriots. Hardy at third, Hannah at second, and Dabbs at first. Dabbs now 1 for 2. RBI single, run scored, strikeout, and hit by pitch. And that will bring the DH, Brett Kemp, to the plate. Kemp 1 for 3, an RBI triple in the third inning. Scored a run in the first after reaching on a drop fly ball and struck out in the second. This season, when batting with the bases loaded, Brett Kemp has 1 for 2. Chance to add to his season total of 5 RBIs. And that includes 1 today. Burns quickly ahead in the count now. No balls and 2 strikes. And 3 pitches. Kemp is down on strikes for the second time today. That'll bring up the the left fielder, Tanner Wakefield, as the Patriots have batted around here again in the 4th inning. They also did that in the 3rd inning. Wakefield 1 for 3, a single and a run scored, and 2 ground outs. Hardy at third, Hannah at second, and Dabbs at first. Burns gets the sign, delivers the pitch, and that hits Wakefield. The 4th Patriot to be hit this inning, which ties a Peach Belt Conference record. And a painful RBI for Wakefield, RBI number 6 of the year, as Hardy scores the 12th run. Hannah moves to third and Dabbs to second. Tyler Mangum will bat for the second time this inning. Mangum 2 for 2, double, single, hit by pitch. That was earlier this inning, and he scored 3 times. 1-1 pitch coming from Burns to Mangum. Outside corner. And that's called strike 3. So Mangum is retired for the third out, but the Patriots plate 4 more runs. We played 4 full innings. Francis Marion 12, Chowan nothing. This is the Patriot Sports Network. Top of the 5th inning here at Sparrow Stadium. Patriots lead the Hawks 12-0. 2 up for Chowan, Jeffrey Heiner, Noah Cartwright, and Preston Meyer. Reese Kleinhelter, 4 shutout innings for your Patriots. 9 strikeouts through the first 4 innings. Heiner 0 for 1. He was a strikeout victim in the second. Patriot defense remains the same, unchanged as of now. Maddox at third, Cottingham at short, Mangum at second, and Gonzalez at first. Dabbs behind the plate. Wakefield in left, Hanna in center, and Hardy in right. Hit in the air, right center. Hardy playing over that way, makes the catch. Noah Cartwright, right fielder, up next. Cartwright 0 for 1 with the strikeout. Patriot tennis teams will be back in action tomorrow, hosting Tusculum University at 1 o'clock on the Kasab courts. That's moved up an hour from its previous start time of 2 o'clock. The Tusculum women nationally ranked and the men regionally ranked, so it'll be a good test for the Patriots. Francis Marion women's tennis team currently 7-3, ranked number 9 in the Southeast region. Patriot men 5-4. Anyway, that's tomorrow on the Kasab courts, 1 o'clock against Tusculum University. And that one hits Cartwright in the back. And he becomes the 3rd Chowan base runner. Bring up the shortstop, Preston Meyer. Meyer 0 for 1. Fly out to center field. Beautiful day for baseball here on the Francis Marion campus in Florence, South Carolina. Partly cloudy, 74 degrees. Hit in the air, shallow left. Wakefield makes the call and the catch, and they're 2 down. For Justin Winslow, center fielder, who's also a strikeout victim. This will be the first inning that Kleinhelter has not registered at least 2 strikeouts. First 2 outs were fly balls. Off-speed pitch, looked like a curve. Swinging miss from Winslow. Gonzalez holding Cartwright on at first base. In the dirt, but a good block by Dabbs. Swing and a miss. And Winslow's down on strikes for out number 3. So Kleinhelter does get 1 strikeout that inning. Now up to 10 through 5 frames. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Your Patriots 12, Chowan nothing. This is the Patriot Sports Network. Defensive substitution for Chowan, as Patrick Crack has entered the game to play center field. 6'1" freshman out of Nottingham, Maryland. Transfer from Flagler. College out of the Peach Belt. Lenio Gonzalez leads off the Patriot fifth inning. Gonzalez 2 for 3. Single, double, couple of runs scored, and 2 driven in. As Robert Burns continues on the mound for the Hawks. Francis Marion University Athletics would like to thank the following sponsors: Adidas, Circle Park Behavioral Health Services, McLeod Regional Medical Center, Ken Jackson of Remax Professionals, Pepsi, McDonald's, Rains Hospitality, including Fairfield Inn, Spring Hill Suites, Courtyard by Marriott, Comfort Inn, and Hyatt Place, Mike Rickenbach, Ford Lincoln Mercury, South Carolina Education Lottery, King Cadillac Buick GMC, McLeod Sports Medicine, Adams Outdoor Advertising, the Counseling Center of Florence, Chick-fil-A, FBI Construction, State Farm and Agent Jim Stewart, Quincy Steakhouse, Little Caesars, La Quinta Inn and Suites, KFC and Arby's, Julia Bell's Restaurant, Pedialectric Cooperative, Sparrow and Kennedy Tractor Supply, Western Sizzlin Steakhouse, the State Credit Union, and Zaxby's. Three-two pitch to Gonzalez is grounded to second base. Trevena with the play to Nelms, and there's one out here in the fifth. Todd Maddox will now come to the plate. Maddox 2 for 2, RBI single, 3-run homer, and he was hit by a pitch last time he came to the plate. Patriot Nation, be proud and wear red, white, and blue. Support your Patriots and visit the Francis Marion online store at FMUPatriotsShop.com. That's FMUPatriotsShop.com to get all your Patriot gear. And Maddox is retired on strikes for out number 2. Grayson Cottingham, senior shortstop, is 0 for 3. A couple of fielder's choice grounders and another ground out. He has scored a run. There is double-barreled action in the Chowan bullpen. Jarrett Henderson is one of those throwing. I can't see the number of the other player. That one's hit down the left field line. Fair ball. That'll be extra bases. It will roll all the way to the 330 sign. And Cottingham has a stand-up double. So a 2-out double by Cottingham will bring Will Hardy to the plate. Hardy 1 for 2, a single, fly out. Also walked and scored during the 4-run fourth inning. Patriots now with 13 base hits. Team's third highest total of the year. FMU had 16 hits in game number 3 against Young Harris, and then followed that up with 15 in the series opener at Claflin. "12 runs is one shy of the team high for 2020. Again, Patriots scored 13 during that series finale with Young Harris, a marathon game that took over 4 hours to complete. Count to Hardy now 3 balls and no strikes, with Grayson Cottingham the runner at second. And Hardy draws a 4-pitch walk. So that'll get Bill Hanna, the center fielder, to the plate. Hanna has lined the ball down the left field line each of his last 2 trips. One went for a double and the other for a single. So he is 2 for 3 with a run scored and 1 RBI. Burns retired the first 2 Patriots here in the bottom of the 5th, and gave up a double to Cottingham and a walk to Hardy. That one's hit into left center field. Will drop for a base hit. Picked up by Crack. The throw comes into third. But 1 run is in, and the Patriots are on the corners again. So a second RBI single to Bill Hanna, who's now 3 for 4 this afternoon. Hardy goes around to third. Cottingham scores the Patriots' 13th run. And Dalton Dabbs will now stand in. Dabbs 1 for 2. RBI single. Was also hit by a pitch. Obviously, with the 13-run margin, Hanna not running from first. High chopper, back a third, ruled foul. Nice play by Jones as he went through with the throw anyway. Count to Dabbs, now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Popped in the air, back out of play. Again, fouled off over toward the field house. That's grounded to Jones at third. Tough hop off his glove into shallow left. Hanna will be held at third. Dabbs all the way around to second. So The E5 allows Dabbs to reach with 2 outs, no RBI. The run is unearned. Dabbs goes down to second on the play as well. So Brett Kemp will bat. Patriots now up to a season high 14 runs. Kemp batting for the 5th time here in the bottom of the 5th. He's reached on an air, scored a run, struck out, tripled in a run, and struck out. So 1 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. Hannah the runner at third now, and Dabbs at second. Wakefield in the on-deck circle if the inning continues. Hit into right center. That'll get down for a base hit. Hannah scores and Dabbs scores. So Kemp with a 2-out, 2-run single. Tanner Wakefield stands in next. Patriot advantage now to 16-0. Nice play by Jones behind the bag. Long throw across in time to nab Wakefield. So good play by Tyler Jones in the bottom of the 5th. However, the Patriots pick up 4 more runs, and the margin now reads Francis Marion 16, Chowan nothing. We head to the top of the 6th. This is the Patriots Sports Network. Couple of changes for your Patriots here in the top of the 6th as Peyton Creech has come in to play right field. He will bat in Lenio Gonzalez's place, the number 4 spot, while Will Hardy moves from right field to first base. And the new Patriot pitcher is senior righty Ethan Meese. The line on Reese Kleinhelter, who did what every coach would hope their midweek starter does. 5 innings pitched, 1 hit allowed, no runs, 10 strikeouts, 1 walk. He threw only 71 pitches in a sparkling 5-inning outing. Meese for the season, appearing in his 4th game, all in relief, no record. He's thrown 1 2/3 innings, no strikeouts with 5 walks. He will face the top of the Chowan order, Jones, Evington, and Fry. 2 quick strikes from Meese, and he is ahead in the count. Meese, 6'3", 205-pound right-hander, senior out of Waynesville, North Carolina, Tuscolo High School. Played 2 seasons at Lewisburg College before coming to Francis Marion, as he fans Jones for the first out. Meese pitched in 18 games last season with a 1-0 record and 2 saves. He will next face Noah Evington, the left fielder. Evington owns the lone Chowan base hit, a single back in the 4th. He also grounded out, so he's 1 for 2. It's hit in the air on the left side. Maddox over near the line will make the catch for the first out. It'll bring up Jared Fry. Fry 0 for 1, a strikeout and a walk. He is the Chowan catcher. Patriots 16 runs on 15 hits with no errors. The Hawks no runs on 1 hit with 2 errors. Again, if you hadn't had a chance, go on the Peach Belt Conference website. That's peachbeltconference.org, and vote for Linneo Gonzalez' 2-run walk-off homer against Young Harris College as the play of the month for the month of February. Other Peach Belt Conference baseball action today. Mars Hill leads Augusta 7-6 in the top of the 6th inning. Later on today, West Georgia at Columbus State and Emmanuel at USC Aiken. Claflin playing game 2 of a series up at Virginia State. I believe that's in St. Petersburg, Virginia. And Young Harris traveling over to Lee University for a game. And Fry is called out on strikes, so Meese a successful 1-2-3 inning with a couple of strikeouts. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Francis Marion 16, Chowan nothing. This is the Patriot Sports Network. Couple of changes for the Hawks. Trenton Lee into the game playing second base in the leadoff spot for Tyler Jones, while Dallas Trevina, the second baseman, moves over to third. And the new Chowan pitcher is number 31, Jared Moore, a 6'6" junior righty out of Raleigh, North Carolina, and Inlow High School. Jared Moore on the season. This is his third appearance, all in relief. He's thrown 2 innings, 6 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned, 3 strikeouts, and 1 walk. And he will face Tyler Mangum, Peyton Creech, and Todd Maddox. Mangum, 2 for 3, double single, 1 RBI, 3 runs scored, was also hit by a pitch. That one is lined to the second baseman. Trenton Lee makes the catch. So Peyton Creech will get his first at-bat of the day. Creech playing in his 8th game of the year, 0 for 4 at the plate. Does have a couple of walks, so he's got a .333 on-base percentage. Going to get a pinch hitter up next as Austin Moore has occupying the on-deck circle. Three-zero count to Peyton Creech. And he takes a 4-pitch walk. Creech, a 5'11", 170-pound junior out of Zebulon, North Carolina, and East Wake High School, nursing major. But that'll bring up to pinch hitter, number 29, Austin Moore, 6'3", 175-pound, redshirt freshman out of Florence, graduate of South Florence High School, political science major with a criminal justice track in that major. Moore batting .188 this season. This is his 10th game of the year. He has made 1 start, has a double and an RBI. Sam Stonskas in the on-deck circle will pinch hit for Grayson Cottingham. Moore waited on that and then lifted in the air to left field. Evington there to make the catch for out number 2. And Sam Stonskas will come to the plate to pinch hit for Cottingham. If the inning does continue, Jake Benoit will get a pinch hit for Hardy. A couple of benders have found the inside corner. And Stonskus down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and Stonskus is retired on strikes. Patriots get a base runner, but he's stranded. We head to the top of the 7th. Francis Marion 16, Chowan nothing. This is the Patriots Sports Network. Multiple changes as we head to the top of the 7th. Alexander Jurgensen in to play left field now for your Patriots. John Mitchell Carter in to play center field. Austin Moore stays in the game to play third base, and Sam Stonskus stays in the game to play shortstop. And the third Patriot pitcher of the day is Brock Rogers. Rogers, 6'2", 170 pounds, sophomore righty out of Rock Hill, South Carolina. Graduate of Rock Hill High School, economics major. Is making his 3rd appearance. His previous 2 were in relief as well. No record, 11.57 ERA, 2 1/3 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, 5 runs, 3 earned, no strikeouts and a walk. He will face batters 4, 5, and 6 in the Chowan order. Patriot pitchers, Kleinhelter, Meese, have limited Chowan to only 3 base runners through the first 6 innings. A single, a walk, and a hit batter. Joe Nelms will lead off for Chowan, the first baseman 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts. And Patriot pitchers have fanned 12 through the first 6 innings. Dallas Trevina will be next, followed by Jeffrey Heiner. Big swing and a miss. Rogers ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Rogers fans Nelms for the first out here in the top of the 7th. Dallas Trevina, now the third baseman, will stand in. He's 0 for 2, a line out and a strikeout. Noah Elvington, the left fielder, the only Chowan batter with a base hit today. That was a clean, hard single through the left side with 1 out in the top of the 4th inning. Reese Kleinhelter, almost assuredly going to pick up his first collegiate win. That ball's hit pretty well to left field. Jurgensen's going to turn and watch it go. Fair ball, home run. So Dallas Trevena gets the Hawks on the board with a home run down the left field line, a solo shot that easily cleared the wall. We'll bring up Heiner, Jeffrey Heiner, the DH. Heiner 0 for 2, strikeout and a fly ball. For Trevena, his first home run and first RBI of the season. And the Patriots are in action this weekend at Lander University over in Greenwood, South Carolina. Big Peach Belt Conference series. Patriots above 500 in the conference now at 6-5. Single game on Friday at 6, Saturday at 2, and Sunday at 1. Heiner pops that one back over the press box. Patriots softball in action this weekend at number 3, North Georgia on Saturday for a 1 o'clock doubleheader, and at number 6, Young Harris on Sunday at noon for a doubleheader. Patriot tennis teams, men and women, will host Tusculum University tomorrow on the Kasab courts here on campus at 1 o'clock. And they are off this weekend, no action on the tennis team. Our next webcast will be a week from today, next Wednesday. Softball doubleheader against USC Aiken at 4 o'clock. Swing and a miss, and Rogers has his second strikeout. So a week from today, we'll be back on the air with Patriots softball. Conference doubleheader against USC Aiken here at the FMU softball stadium. First pitch 4 o'clock. One note, the March 19th doubleheader scheduled for here at home against the University of New Haven out of Connecticut. That doubleheader has been canceled as New Haven has canceled classes through possibly the end of the month due to the coronavirus scare. So they are no longer playing any athletic events at university. So no softball on the 19th with New Haven. One-two count on batter, and he swings and misses for out number 3. And we will see here as we've reached the 7th inning stretch. 16-1, your Patriots lead. This is the Patriot Sports Network. We did miss a pinch hitter there for Chowan as 17. Tristan Council was the pinch hitter that struck out for the last out in the top of the 7th. He remains in the game to play right field for Cartwright. Jake Benoit will pinch hit for Will Hardy now, as Patriots bat in the bottom of the 7th. Benoit batting .286. This is his 9th game of the year. 2 for 7 at the plate, a couple of runs scored, double, 4 RBIs, .583 on base percentage. And he strikes out to open the Patriots 7th. John Mitchell Carter stands in for his first at bat. He took over in the 6th for Bill Hanna. Hanna finished the game 3 for 4 with a double and 2 RBIs. Carter batting .205 on the season, 11 runs scored, double, 3 triples, home run, 8 RBIs, .321 on base percentage. Jared Moore still on the mound for Chowan. Dalton Dabbs, the catcher, is in the on-deck circle. Carter lines to the second baseman Lee for out number 2. Dalton Dabbs, 1 for 3, RBI single, scored a couple runs. If he reaches Darius Nobles, will pinch hit for Brett Kemp. Looks like Noah Henderson warming up in the Patriot bullpen. Full count now to Dalton Dabbs, the Patriot catcher. Hits that to left center field. Crack over because he left at the crack of the bat and makes the catch for the 3rd out. So the Patriots are retired in order. 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the 7th. We head to the top of the 8th inning. Francis Marion 16, Chowan 1. This is the Patriot Sports Network. The new Patriot pitcher is Noah Henderson. Henderson, 5'8", 145-pound freshman out of Dillon, South Carolina, and Latta High School. Lefty is a business major. He is appearing in his third game of the year, all in relief. No record, 9.00 ERA. He's thrown 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, 3 runs, 1 earned run, 1 strikeout, and 2 walks. He is the fourth pitcher of the day for Francis Marion. Reese Kleinhelter, 5 near-perfect innings. Ethan Meese, a perfect 1-2-3 inning. Brock Rogers pitched last inning. Did give up a solo home run, but that was it. And Henderson will face Preston Meyer, the shortstop. Meyer 0 for 2, a couple of fly balls. Patrick Crack, the new center fielder for Chowan, is in the on-deck circle. That one's fisted to short. Stonskas goes out on the edge of the grass to make the catch of the looping pop. So Crack will get his first at bat. Crack started in last night's game. Went 0 for 1, a couple of walks, scored a run. Batting .200 on the season, 12 runs scored, a homer, 3 RBIs, .400 on base percentage. Crack bats from the left side against the lefty Henderson. Grounded to Mangum at second. Throws to Benoit. And there are 2 outs. So Trenton Lee, the new second baseman, will bat next. Lee batting .221, 3 runs scored, double, triple, 6 RBIs, and a .312 on base percentage. Lee played short and pitched in last night's game, went 1 for 4. Oh, 1 in there for called strike. Crack fouled that one, or excuse me, Lee fouled that one off his foot. So home plate umpire Bradley Moffitt will give him a couple of minutes to get back together. Swing and a miss, and Noah Henderson registers a 1-2-3 eighth inning. Head to the bottom of the eighth. Your Patriots leading Chowan 16-1. This is the Patriot Sports Network. One more change for Chowan here as we go to the bottom of the eighth inning. Hunter Kenyon in to catch. Kenyon, a 5'8" sophomore from Williamston, North Carolina, Riverside High School. If I am correct, that Williamston, North Carolina, also the hometown of former Patriot Athletic Director and head coach Gerald Griffin. Kenyon playing in his 5th game of the year. 0 for 2 at the plate. Does have a walk. Jared Moore continues on the bump for the Hawks. Darius Nobles, the pinch hitter for Francis Marion here in the bottom of the 8th, hitting for Brett Kemp. Kemp was 2 for 5. 3 RBIs and a run scored. Nobles for the Patriots, appearing in his 14th game, batting .293, 7 runs scored, 5 doubles, a homer, 7 RBIs, and a .356 on base percentage. Pops that one in the air, back onto the screen. Swing and a miss. And Nobles is retired on strikes for out number 1. So Alexander Jurgensen, who entered the game for Wakefield in left field, will get his first trip to the plate. Jurgensen playing in his 7th game, made 1 start, batting .111. A run scored, 2 RBIs, 200 on base percentage. Grounds that one through the left side for a base hit. So we'll get a pinch hitter here for Tyler Mangum. Zach Zabriskie will pinch hit. Zabriskie playing in his second game. His second trip to the plate of the season. He walked in his previous trip, scored a run. 6'1", 200-pound freshman out of Wilmington, North Carolina, and Hoggart High School. He's a business major, bats from the left side. Check swing. Did not go. So Alexander Jurgensen is the runner at first here with one out in the bottom of the eighth. Peyton Creech in the on-deck circle for FMU. Fouled off over onto the FMU softball field. Patriots are poised to pick up their fifth consecutive win as they head to Lander for the three-game series this weekend. Called strike three, off-speed pitch. And Zabriskie is retired on strikes. Peyton Creech will get his second bat. He walked in his previous trip. Swing and a miss. So Moore has retired. 8 of the 10 batters he's faced. Allowed a walk back in the sixth and a single in this inning. And that one hits Creech. So the Patriots have runners on first and second now with 2 down. And Austin Moore will get his second crack at Jared Moore. Flew out to left field in his first at bat in the the sixth. Francis Marion 16 runs on 16 hits with no errors. Chowan 1 run on 2 hits with 2 errors. That one is lined down the right field line. That'll be extra bases into the right field corner. Jorgensen scores. Creech being waved home. Moore heading to third. Will slide in and be out. So 2-run double for Austin Moore, who is then gunned down at third, trying to stretch it into a triple. We head to the ninth. Your Patriots lead 18-1. This is the Patriots Sports Network. Top of the ninth inning. New pitcher in for your Patriots, Braden Berry. Berry, 5'10", 185-pound sophomore righty out of Wilmington, North Carolina, and New Hanover High School. Business economics major, making his 7th appearance of the year, all in relief, no record. 5 1/3 innings pitched, 9 hits allowed, 13 runs, 12 of them earned, 5 strikeouts and 5 walks. Again, Austin Moore with the 2-run double there in the bottom of the 8th, but he was thrown out trying to stretch it into a triple. Patriots now with season high totals in both hits and runs. Braden Berry will face Noah Evington, the left fielder. Evington 1 for 3. Hitting the air to left field. Jurgensen going back, and makes the catch just before he gets to the track. So Evington gave it a good ride, but it did not carry far enough. So Hunter Kenyon gets his first hacks after coming in to catch last inning. And Kenyon 0 for 2 at the plate with a walk this season, looking for his first hit of 2020. That one is grounded up the middle. Staunceless over. Cannot handle the hop. That'll be a fielding error on the Patriots shortstop. Hawks have a runner on now with 1 out. Joe Nelms, the first baseman, will bat. Nelms looking to avoid the golden sombrero this afternoon. That one's grounded to Moore at third. And they get the out at second. Benoit dropped the ball on the transfer, but Helms reaches on the fielder's choice, and Kenyon is out 5-4. So now they're 2 down, and Dallas Trevina will bat. Trevina 1 for 3. Accounted for the Hawks' lone run with a solo home run down the left field line, his last trip to the plate. Off-speed pitch, nice pitch in there by Berry. That one is grounded deep and short. Oh, nice play by Staunskis. And Benoit could not hold the bag. Nice play by Staunskis. From his knees made the throw, which was a little wide, and Benoit could not hold the bag. So credit Trevina with an infield single as Nelms makes it to second, and Jeffrey Heiner The DH will bat now with 2 outs and 2 on. Heiner 0 for 3. That was a good play by Stonskas in the hole to smother it and keep it on the dirt. No way he would have thrown out the runner at first, and his only chance was play at second, and just couldn't finish the execution on it. But no air on the play. Two-one pitch from Berry to Heiner. Chowan DH. Called strike 2. Two-two. Outside corner, called strike 3. Game over. So your Patriots pick up an 18-1 win over Chowan University this afternoon. We'll take a commercial break and be back in a few minutes to wrap the game up.
It's game time.
Dude, that was Luke Kuechly.
It's game time. It's game time. It's game time.
Thanks, Luke Kuechly.
It's game time.
I know, Luke. It's game time. Now help me with these groceries.
It's game time.
First-generation students comprise about 35% of the student body at Francis Marion University. They're a vulnerable group financially, but one that offers great promise for the state's future. We can't afford to let these students down. That's why FMU is launching the First Generation Fund. Resources raised will support these students' dreams and aspirations. It's their time and it's FMU's obligation. Won't you join us?
When the South Carolina legislature increased funding for higher education this year, they asked colleges to commit to freezing tuition. Our university followed through. Francis Marion University's tuition will remain at last year's levels. That's what FMU promised legislators, and it's the right thing for South Carolina families. We've already been recognized as one of the 50 most affordable universities in America. Maybe it's because we know how to keep our promises.
As you go through life, you'll find that nothing better identifies educated people than the care with which they speak and the precision with which they write. Please remember that.
The lessons of a lifetime are best learned at a place like this. Come join us. Francis Marion University.
50 years ago, Francis Marion University began with the simple idea of providing regional access to college education. My, how things have changed. Today, FMU offers quality programs in the arts, sciences, business, education, and the humanities. And we've added dynamic new professional programs in healthcare and engineering. It's far more than our founders envisioned, but far less than what we have planned. Francis Marion University. We are just getting started.
Back at Cornell Field and Sparrow Stadium on the campus of Francis Marion University. Final score in today's non-conference game, Francis Marion 18, Chowan 1. Winning pitcher for your Patriots, Reese Kleinhelter, improves to 1-1, his first collegiate victory. 5 innings, 1 hit allowed, 10 strikeouts, 1 walk. He was followed in order by Ethan Meese, Brock Rogers, Noah Henderson, and Braden Berry, all of whom pitched 1 inning. Patriot pitchers all together fanned 17 batters this afternoon against only 1 walk. At the plate, Brett Kemp, 2 for 5, 3 RBIs for your Patriots. Tyler Mangum, 2 for 4, an RBI, 3 runs scored. Lineo Gonzalez, 2 for 4, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Todd Maddox, 2 for 3, 4 RBIs and a run scored, including a 3-run homer. Austin Moore entered the game late, had a 2-run double. And Bill Hannon, center field, 3 for 4, 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored, as the Patriots had season-high hits total of 17 and season-high total of runs 18. For Chowan, Dallas Trevina, the infielder, had a solo home run and a single, went 2 for 4 for the Hawks. Losing pitcher was the starter, Slade Chowan. He falls to 0-2 on the season. Chowan drops to 6-16 as a team. The Patriots now 12-9 and winners of 5 in a row. FMU will be at Lander University this weekend. 3-game Peach Belt Series. Single games on Friday at 6, Saturday at 2, and Sunday at 1. Patriots softball big weekend as they're playing at third-ranked North Georgia, Saturday at 1 for a doubleheader, and Sunday at noon, a doubleheader at number 6 ranked Young Harris College. You can find links to live stats and live video on the FMUPatriots.com website for those games, but there's no home athletic events this weekend. Our next webcast, a week from today, next Wednesday, 4 o'clock softball doubleheader against USC Aiken. Thanks again to the Media Center staff, including Caleb Reeves and Larissa on the camera today, and Chelsea Gregley handling live stats. I'm Michael Hawkins. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Again, the final score, Francis Marion 18, Chowan 1.